Hello, I am Daisho, and I'm here with a gameplay commentary Call of Duty Black Ops. And this time I am going to talk a little bit more about the guns in this game because I didn't really get to all the topics that I wanted to discuss. And maybe I'll have time for another topic at the end, but first I'm just going to briefly introduce this gameplay. So I am using the AK-74U, and I'm going to talk about that later in the video, but I'm using the AK-74U, and I am playing some CTF, and this game, the entire time, I am completely objective-based. I am not at all thinking of going to increase my KD or anything. I'm running the 3, 4, 5 kill streaks, just the simplest kill streaks, and they're kind of helpful. UAV and counter UAV, or, sorry, spy plane and counter spy plane are really helpful for CTF. And I'm not really going to give you tips on CTF because I'm not like a fucking pro CTF player. I barely ever play this. I was only trying to do it to get lightweight and marathon pros. And believe it or not, it really helps with lightweight pro because you know those 10 like offensive objective things or whatever, you're going to see it later in the video, but if you're carrying the flag and you get a kill, then you're going to get like you killed an enemy near the objective, and that's one of your 10 times that you need to do that or something like that. So it's really easy to get lightweight pro. But anyway, back to the first of all, you see this little guy camping in the bush over there trying to do his best. But anyway, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the guns in this game, and I guess I'll start with the AK-74U because I just made like one comment about it in the other video, and I want to kind of expound on it a little bit. So the AK-74U is really good at, or not really good, but for a submachine gun, it is really good at longer ranges, longer than just medium range combat, and that is pretty much the only reason why I think that it's so overused and considered overpowered by some, not by me. I don't think it's overpowered because assault rifles can beat it at any range, but compared to the other submachine guns in this game, I really think that it is too good, and that either they should make all the other submachine guns better, or the obvious choice would just be to make this one a little worse. The only submachine gun that is even remotely close to it, in my opinion, is the MPL, because the MPL can actually still do some damage at longer than just medium ranges, plus it kills really quickly up close, just as the 74U does. So, in my opinion, the MPL is the only one that's even close, and there's really no point in ever using any of the other submachine guns if you can just use the 74U, because that's pretty much how good it is, in my opinion. But anyway, that's enough about the 74U, and we'll move on to what are my favorite guns in this game. So they're all assault rifles. I mean, obviously there's a 74U because I've gotten like almost all my, not almost all, but more than twice. I think it's more than 3 times the amount of kills I've gotten with the 74U than any other gun. So my next highest kills I think is the FAMAS, but that's definitely one of my favorites. But my hands down favorite gun has got to be the Commando. I don't know what's with that gun. Other people seem to think it has recoil, and once in a while I notice it, but for the most part I can just shoot long range, close range. I just get everything with the Commando, and it just feels like a machine of rape in my hand, and it is pleasant to rape other people. Anyway, I really, I just love the Commando, and that's all I have to say about it. The FAMAS, I also am enjoying a lot. For some reason, I don't like the AUG. I don't even know, that doesn't even make any sense considering they have the same gun stats. But I love the FAMAS, and at the beginning, my favorite gun in the game was the AK-47, but more recently, I've had trouble killing at longer than just the medium range, and even at close range, it seems underpowered. And I don't mean like underpowered, I just mean like not as strong. So I'm not liking this 47 that much, but I would still put it in my top 5 favorite guns in the game. So I mean, I guess you guys can post in the comment section what your favorite guns are to see. I would be really interested to see if you guys agree with me. I mean, I'm pretty sure I see a lot of Commando and obviously AK-74Us on the ground. You'll see me pick up like 3 different people's AK-74Us in this game, and they're all completely different. I mean, this guy decided to put dual mags in a reflex sight. To be honest, I like the iron sight's better than the reflex sight. I think in a second I'm just gonna pick up, or it's either now or later. No, it's later in the game where I just pick up a regular AK-74U because I don't want to use all these annoying little sights that people have got on it. But the AK-74U is a great gun. I don't know. I mean, Copic keeps going back there because I actually am using that gun in this game. But oh yeah, I forgot to mention the Galil. That's also one of my favorite guns. I usually have it on one of my classes, but the Commando I have on like all my classes. I mean, not all my classes, but that's like pretty much the only gun I use when I get to level 44 because I'm prestiging a lot. So once I get to level 44, I'm just like, Commando! And then I just use it all the time until level 50, then prestige, and then be sad until I can use my Commando again, and then be happy. But anyway, you see me play a little defense here. I see that we're kind of like... I mean, I could have gone the other way, the closer way to the flag, but I decided to make my way over this way to make sure that nobody picked up the flag while I was going to get it. But anyway, oh yeah, so one gun that I really liked somewhat, but sometimes I'm just like, this gun sucks, is the G11. That gun, when I'm on, it's just like, god damn, these guys don't stand a fucking chance. But when I'm not like on the top of my game, it's just kind of, oh, well, I have the G11 now. I'm not really sure what I can do with this. And close range, unless you're using steady aim, it's not as good as people say, even with steady aim. Even with the, quote, hip fire of a submachine gun, it still loses to some submachine guns at close range because, I don't know. But whatever. What I really wanted to say about that is that guns like that, the G11 and the M16, accuracy is extremely important, and if you just miss any shots, then you're at a huge disadvantage. And it just shows that in Black Ops, with the added recoil, sorry, I just like completely spaced out for a second. Does that ever happen to you guys? Like when you're in a conversation, you're just like having a conversation, whatever, and then all of a sudden, what the fuck? I'm not even talking anymore, and like somebody just like says, dude, what's going on? But anyway, so yeah, that was just one of those moments. It's a little weirder because there's nobody in the room with me, which brings me to a different topic, which is basically my roommate's like, yeah, dude. Because I was recording this commentary, he's like, yeah, dude, so, like, just put a sock on the door or something like that when you're recording a commentary. Or, actually, I think he said it the opposite, like, when you're done with it, so that I know I can come back in. And it just led me to think about, like, how it's, like, just as awkward for me to be doing a commentary and him to walk in, where I'm just, like, talking to myself, as it would be if I was with a girl. And, I don't know, it just kind of cracked me up a little bit, but, anyway... I was talking about accuracy and how it's so important in Black Ops because there's a little more recoil on the guns. I think that's what I was talking about, but I mean that's really all I have to say about it. It's just since there's more recoil on the guns, you have to be more accurate and your shots count for a lot more. So similar to that, I am going to briefly talk about the knife. So I hear all these people yelling about panic knifing, and in my opinion, if you have a reaction that is beneficial to you, and so if you have a reaction that will automatically kill your opponent in any close range situation, then stick with that reaction. Don't let it go. Don't let people who use tactical layout be angry at you for using a built-in mechanic in the game and having a good reaction with it. So panic knifing is, whenever I hear that word, I'm just like, dislike. I hate this video because I can't stand it when commentators are just trying to make the game perfect for them. They use tactical layout, so I mean I use tactical layout too, but they use tactical layout so they could drop shot easily, and they have no problem with that. But the second somebody knifes you in a close range situation, they're like, panic knife, no, this isn't good, this is bad, cheaters. So anyway, I hope that I don't get too much hate for hating on the panic knife, which a lot of commentators seem to be jumping on the bandwagon for. But anyway, the reason why I think the knife is considered so much better in this game, or why there's so many complaints about it, is because the weapons in this game are a little toned down. And when I say that, I mean the stats are all the same, but since you don't have stopping power, they're really not all as good. And it hurts you overall because then since it's taking you more bullets to kill people, it would take you and it still only takes you one knife. So I hope you all enjoyed this commentary and you understood what I was saying about the knife. I was not very articulate in that. But anyway, I hope you all enjoy this commentary and have a wonderful day. Bye.